As a Franciscan, when you prepare to commit your life to the Franciscan friars, you spend a lot of time reading about St. Francis. You spend a lot of time studying his life and the early writings, and you learn intellectually what the life is about. And then you go to Assisi. In many ways, my first trip to Assisi, my first pilgrimage to Assisi did that for me. It kind of brought to vivid life the intellectual Franciscan tradition that I had learned so well. It moved it from my head to my feet and finally into my heart.
Francis and his work and the impact it's had, particularly since it's so tied to how our core values were created as a university, gives you a depth and knowledge and a heartfelt feeling for those values even above and beyond. Living it, it just takes it to a whole different level.
Getting to know the group through the sharing experiences, sharing stories, and praying together, laughing together, helping one another, and sharing the food together at the table. I would say we were a true Franciscan community.
You know, you have this beautiful prayer experience, and then maybe two people are just walking along, and suddenly someone will say, you know, I've been struggling with this. And it seems as if it comes out of nowhere, but it really is. The whole pilgrimage experience kind of prepares each one of us both to share these aspects of our lives and to receive them from one another.
Able to do it with the group and not only experience it personally, but experience it as a group was marvelous. The fact that we were there for the Feast of St. Francis made it even more spectacular. The wrap-up session we did that evening before we left, where everybody shared their personal feelings, I think the closeness and bond that created, it enriches your experience to see it through the eyes of others.
In that cathedral, there is a book. It is a book of the Gospels that St. Francis and his early companion used to discern where they were going to go, and the faculty and staff of Alvernia to place their hand on that book, on that altar, and ask God to guide them where God wanted them to go. And I was really struck that each person did it with great reverence and a great spirit of prayer.
Again, I go back to that sort of last evening together when we were all together sharing our experiences. How that trip touched each of us so personally. My daughter being in tears, sort of refining her definition of Catholicism, is just something that's touched me and something that will never leave.
If you have any inclination, if there is something in the back of your head saying, maybe this might be for me, do it.
Just go. Just go. And go with an open heart.
You don't have to be Franciscan, you don't have to be Catholic. It's just a special one. I would just say, trust me. If you're on the fence, go.